Hello, I'm Ray and welcome to another episode on Ray Report. Thanks for the support you've given this channel. I truly appreciate it. Now, it's been 2 weeks since the US Vice President, Her Excellency Kamala Harris, concluded her tour on the continent of Africa. In her tour, she announced a mouth-watering promises for the countries she visited, that is Ghana, Tanzania and Zambia. In the tour, the US Vice President, Her Excellency Kamala Harris, adopted one strategy, and this strategy is the soft, sweet approach. With this strategy, the US Vice President heaped praises and sweet words to the presidents of the three countries, that is Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, Hassan Samia of Tanzania, and President Hakainde Hichilema. Africans love praises, so the moment you're able to praise them, say sweet words to them, then it's possible you're able to get your deal through. Now let me show you a video of how she interacted with President of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo.
African nations such as Ghana play a critical role in a number of global issues, whether it be the issue of food security, the climate crisis, or resilient supply chains. African voices, including that of Ghana, are critical to global peace and security, including the defense of the United Nations Charter. And African ingenuity and innovation, I am certain, will shape the future of the world. As I begin this week-long visit across the continent, it is wonderful to start here in Ghana. Mr. President, under your leadership, Ghana has been a beacon of democracy and a contributor to global peace and security. Your leadership in particular and personal engagement has strengthened the ties between the diaspora and the continent of Africa. And President Joe Biden and I are grateful to have you as a partner. Our countries share a long history, our people share a long history. As you have mentioned and we have discussed, in 1957, when Ghana gained independence, your nation inspired millions of Americans and millions more around the world. Martin Luther King Jr. and many other Americans were here to celebrate that occasion and to witness the dawn of a new era. And since then, the promise of Ghana continues to draw us near. Hundreds of thousands of Black Americans came here 4 years ago to participate in the year of the return, and more return every year. They have come here as a reminder of the history of slavery. They have come to honor their lineage and to understand their ancestry. And I thank you, Mr. President, as we have discussed, for your personal leadership in prioritizing engagement with the African diaspora. Our people-to-people ties are a source of strength, and the Biden-Harris administration is committed to these ties. Mr. President, you put it well during the State of the Nation a few weeks ago, and I'm going to quote you when you said, "It is important we never forget that democracy is not a static achievement, but a promise that needs continuous nurturing." I agree. I often, in fact, say that there is a duality when it comes to democracies, in that they are both strength and an exhibition of strength, and they are fragile. We appreciate your leadership in response to recent democratic backsliding in West Africa and standing up for democratic principles around the world. We also recognize Ghana's significant contributions in the Sahel, and I thank you for your leadership there.
So that was Ghana. Now I'm taking you to Tanzania when she met President of Tanzania, Samia Hassan.
Thanks to the progress of your administration, you have been a champion in terms of democratic reforms in this country, and in that way have expanded our partnership. And so today then is part of the strengthening of the relationship between our two countries. And under your leadership,
yes,
I have full confidence that we will be able to do just that.
it's my commitment. Thank you.
Madam President, under your leadership, Tanzania has taken important and meaningful steps, and President Joe Biden and I applaud you.
Thank you.
You have been open to working with the political opposition. We have discussed that. You have lifted the ban on political party public rallies. You worked to improve the freedom of the press. And I will highlight the important work that you have done to support the women in Tanzania as an historic female leader on the continent.
So our final video is Zambia, when she met President of Zambia, Hakainde Hichilema.
It is wonderful to be in Zambia and to be back in Zambia. And I thank all of you for the very warm welcome. And the work that you, as a leader of it, did to convene leaders to advance our collective efforts, to strengthen democratic institutions, to protect human rights, to support free and fair elections, and to accelerate the fight against corruption. Zambia has indeed embarked on an ambitious democratic reform agenda under your leadership, Mr. President. And as I have said previously on this trip, democracy and good governance around the world is a priority for the United States, and we will always stand with those who are fighting for those principles. The work that you have done, and I congratulate on behalf of being a partner with you and just observing what you have done as a leader and as president to put real measures in place to strengthen the economy in Zambia. And the work that you have done is about also implementing an economic reform agenda. We will remain a strong partner to build long-term economic growth and boost investment in Zambia. And I thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership there as well. You have begun innovative public-private partnerships to focus on protecting forests and to protect and rewild landscapes, which will of course increase biodiversity and sequester carbon. And I remain optimistic, inspired by your leadership and the work of your administration. Because what is happening here on the ground, Mr. President, is truly about understanding the potential and seeing what is possible and then working to achieve that. So again, I thank you for the warm welcome. It was good to be with you again. Thank you.
So that was the strategy the US Vice President, Her Excellency Kamala Harris, adopted. And you know, US need the resources, and so they will do everything possible to get the resources that they need. Will Africa get a good deal from the visit by the US Vice President? I'm Rex Ray, and this is Ray Report. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Peace out.